The Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Jeremy Diamond. Welcome to NETSN. We're here tonight at Jack V. Murphy Stadium, home of the Gladewater Bears, for tonight's Week 1 matchup between the Daingerfield Tigers as the visitor and the home Gladewater Bears. Again, we're NETSN. We are proud this year to be the official broadcast sponsor of the Gladewater Bears, and I'm joined tonight by my good friend, coaching buddy from way back in the day, Cody Winstead. Coach, how you doing tonight?
I am doing fantastic, Jeremy. Thanks for asking. I'm just excited to be here. Obviously, it's the last Friday night in August, week 1 of the high school football playoff season, or the high school football season, and we should be in store for a fantastic matchup here tonight.
Can you believe it's already week 1?
It seems like, the football season is such a long process. It's an 8-month process, but it kind of goes by kind of fast, and I'm excited that we're back here, able to bring some football to the people.
100%. And again, this Gladewater team had a great season last year. They went a couple rounds deep in the playoffs. Unfortunately, fell to a very good Grandview team. Daingerfield last year started out a little bit slow. They kind of had a rough start in their non-district schedule, and they put it together in the district, and they had a good season as well. And so both teams are coming off of successful seasons. And week 1, what better to have a matchup between two playoff teams from last year?
Daingerfield is just absolutely drenched in tradition. I mean, their history in the program goes back so far. Obviously, you've got a Gladewater team coming in here tonight under the second year under Coach Lewis, who all he did in his first year here was run the table in district and take them 3 rounds deep in the playoffs.
Yeah, not bad for year 1.
Not bad at all for year 1. And I believe, Jeremy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is a rematch from week 1 of last year. And Gladewater took that game 21-7. Am I accurate with that?
Yes. And and the thing with Gladewater that's interesting is, they lost some guys to graduation. That happens. But they brought a lot of guys back. I mean, this is a squad that reloaded. They've got Achilles Hess at quarterback. The exciting thing this year is running back Trey Watts is going to kind of be the main man in the backfield. Last year he split backfield carries. I don't know about you, but I'm excited about this defense. This defensive line with the 2 defensive ends, Marquise Rutherford and Amarian Minter. I mean, that's a couple of DNs that anybody would be drooling to have, much less you get at this level, right? You don't. They're just guys that can go.
I'm going to tell you, it just the look test. Both teams. I mean, both of these teams have guys that look the part. They look like football players. They look like they're the real deal. You mentioned Gladewater bringing back some talent. I know they lost one of their top running backs, Cooper, from last year, but Watts, he got a lot of playing time last year, and he was effective when he got his opportunities. Of course, you got the signal caller, Achilles Hess, coming back, providing the leadership on the offensive side of the ball. And then, like you said, those 2 defensive ends, they're pretty stout for Gladewater on the defensive side as well.
Yeah, and their DB group, their DB room is solid. I think the big key for Gladewater this year, and I know – Coach Lewis his philosophy is we're gonna run it down your throat until you stop a play, and we're gonna do it again and again until you do. But I think a key to them in making a deep playoff run this year is going to be the development of this wide receiver core. They lost Aubrey Floyd. They've got Destin Sheridan, and they've got Cannon Jackson, and I think for those guys, they got to take that next step, right? A Landon King, some of those guys that had an opportunity maybe a little bit last year really need to step up. And if they can make a few plays on the passing end, that's going to open up the running game, right? It's so much easier to run when you've got the threat of throw, right, and vice versa. And so I think for them to make that deep playoff run, they need that second piece of just having a threat there. And again, the tight end, they've got Lucas Vasquez at fullback, and then they'll run Marquise Rutherford, the D lineman, out there, and he gets some time running in as the as the tight end at times too, right? So kind of an exciting thing there. Well, I'll tell you what, we're gonna. It looks like Gladewater's about to take the field here. So right before they do, we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna be right back with more action here on NETSN.
Okay, your price is like State Farm, but is your coverage?
How we do things might leave you shocked. Our claims aren't done right. Our process is rough. It's tough.
Can I get help from an agent?
No luck.
Do it online?
No luck.
An app?
No luck.
Take my phone. It's easy, I swear. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
East Texas high school sports bring communities together. NETSN brings the action to every screen. Partner with NETSN and put your business out in front of viewers across Texas and around the country. Your sponsorship supports local high school athletes and helps families watch from wherever life takes them. And when the game ends, the broadcast stays on YouTube, keeping your brand in view for every replay. We have over 10,000 subscribers to our YouTube channel to get notified as soon as we go live and get their business out in front of thousands of people on each stream. Beyond the game, your support provides real-world experience for student broadcasters and creates a lasting record for collegiate recruiting. Join the mission. Visit netsn.live/new-sponsor to help keep high school sports connected. Or email us at sales@netsn.live. Together, we are the voice of East Texas high school sports.
All right, welcome back. Again, a short little break there, but hey, listen, we're back, and Daingerfield has just made their way through the tunnel to the side over here. It looks like the Gladewater Bears are about to do the same thing. Again, it is week 1, and we are minutes away. In fact, we're 5 minutes and 49 seconds away. We're going to take that when they get through and come through and they get the things taken care of. We will go down to the field so that you can hear the national anthem and those things. But, again, Coach, any last thoughts, I guess, before we get really revved up here? Like, what's the key if you're Gladewater? What do you think the key is for you tonight?
Well, the key for Gladewater, to me, starts with the running game. And obviously they've got some tailbacks back there that can get the job done. But we can't overlook the running ability that Achilles Hess throws into the mix, along with the fullbacks. The fullbacks on this Gladewater Bears football team are not just out there to be lead blockers. They're out there to make sure that the defense stays honest. They're going to test the defense in those A gaps with the fullbacks. And so once they get an opportunity to establish that running game, then we'll see if that opens anything up on the perimeter for them.
Yeah, and I think if you're Daingerfield, I think you've got to start fast, right? Like that's been their Achilles heel the last couple of seasons. Is it just takes them a few weeks to get momentum, and then again once things get rolling, right, then they're fine. Once they kind of get their feet under them, but I think for them, they want to get off to a fast start, right? You don't want to wait till week 2, week 3, week 4, or even in this game, you don't want to wait till the second or third quarter, right? I think for them, a fast start is going to do everything.
And as always, ball control is going to be crucial in a game like this. You can't afford turnovers. Neither of the teams can. But if Daingerfield is not able to protect the ball and they turn the ball back over to Gladewater, they're not hesitant to have 8, 9, 10-minute drives.
Yes. Yeah, we watched some drives last year where they got the ball and took a whole quarter, right? Like they're not afraid to chew up clock. In fact, that's kind of what they want to do, right? That's the big key for them. And again, we've got a great crew here, so we're going to go ahead and head down to the field for the national anthem, and then we'll be right back with some more action and some more information. All right, well, we apologize for that. We're not sure. We're having a little technical issue with our microphone there and picking up some sound. We're going to work on that and see if we can't get that taken care of. So it looks like we're going to head down here to the field and get the coin toss here. So the officials are going to bring the guys out to the field, and we'll give you the captains for each team. All right, for the Gladewater Bears, first captain is number 7, Achilles Hess. Number 2, Destin Sheridan. Number 66, Terrell Willis. And number 11, Amarian Minter. And then over on the other side, it looks like for Daingerfield, you got number 6, C.T. Elkins. Looks like number 54, Cam Crane. And, of course, they turned coach right as I was trying to get that done. Looks like number 9, that's Micah Broughton. And then the last one over there is number 14. I think that's Preston Bellran. So those are your captains. All right. So we're going to get the signal here. So Gladewater will be receiving, so they're going to get the ball first. All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with action here on NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, so the Bears are back for the opening kickoff. Deep for the Bears is number 22, Trey Watts, number 2, Destin Sheridan, and then number 1, Landon King. So those are your deep 3. And then here come the Daingerfield Tigers again. They're wearing their all-white uniforms. Gladewater rocking the white. Coach, I love those white helmets that Gladewater's got on.
They look nice.
Those are great. All right, that kicker, I think that's number 18? No, number 16. Number 16, Alexis Gonzalez is the kicker. All right, here's the kick. Kick goes deep. Destin Sheridan comes over and fields it, and he's going to take it up on the return. He gets a block, gets another. He's going to break for some room, and he gets taken down all the way up at the 40. Looks like 43, I think, is where they're going to give him the 42-yard line.
And he got an outstanding block by Trey Watts over there. One of the upbacks was able to kind of spring him free for that nice return.
Yeah, great block there. All right. Hess under the center there. He's got a deep fullback. He's going to give it. That's going to be number 32, Lucas Vasquez. He's going to get a carry all the way up to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, they come out right away with a little fullback dive right there to Vasquez. He does a good job getting up, picking up 4 yards on the carry.
All right, the handoff goes deep to Watts. Good job there by the Daingerfield defense, led by number 12. That's Landon Smith on the tackle.
So they hit him with a fullback dive. They come right back with a power I formation, giving the ball to Watts off the left side. He's only able to pick up one there, so good job by the Daingerfield defense.
All right, so we got 3rd down and 5 here. Big play here early for Gladewater. 3rd down and halfway there. He's going to pull. He's going to look option. No, he's going to keep. Oh, and he's going to be close. They're going to say the head linesman on this side is saying 1st down. I think they're agreeing. So Achilles Hess on the run.
So on those first 3 plays, we've seen a little bit of everything. We've seen the power lead, we've seen the dive, and then of course on that 3rd down play, we saw the triple option look.
Yeah, so I think you're going to see a mix of that, right? That power run, the different things, and
this Gladewater offense is going to test all aspects of the defense. They're going to keep them honest. They're going to test the A gaps. They're going to test the leads off the tackle, and then of course on the outside with the option plays.
they're going to hand off up the middle again. Vasquez gets a little room. He's still rumbling. He's stumbling. He's bumbling. And he gets all the way down to the 34-yard line. What a run by him.
Yeah, so they go right back to the dive. Initially, the offensive line does a great job of creating a little bit of space, but that last 5 or 6 yards was all Vasquez, dragging about 3 or 4 defenders with him.
All right, so they're in the huddle again. They're going to come out of it again. The fullback up tight. Hess under center. He takes, hands off up the middle. This time it's number 21. That's Marshawn Stevenson.
And their philosophy on offense, Gladewater, that is obviously it's a little bit more old school. You'll definitely see a trend here. They will huddle up. They will use a lot of the play clock, and they're going to force the defense to stop them.
Yeah, and again, if you don't get a stop, you're going to have a whole night full of Gladewater. All right, here's the handoff up the middle again to the fullback. He kind of rolls. He got back up, but he didn't get much there. Good stop there by the Daingerfield defense.
Yeah, number 54, Cam Crane, does a good job of getting lower than the offensive guard on that play, and he's able to create a little bit of penetration and stop that play before it really has an opportunity to get going.
All right, so again, 3rd down here. 8 to go. We got 8:13 left here in the first quarter of a scoreless game. They're going to go with the option again. It worked the first time. This time Hess gets stood up, but he does pick up some yardage, so he's going to be tackled at the 28-yard line.
And so the outside linebacker for Daingerfield there does a good job of taking away the pitch man, but Achilles Hess doesn't hesitate. He plants that foot and gets upfield in a hurry, able to get a few yards there, make it a 4th down and short situation.
Yeah, and again, I think you're in that weird spot where it's probably just a little bit far to kick. Right, and so you're close enough here where you can take a chance on a 4th and 3, and again, you're inside that 30. So if it is a turnover, they're going to have to go a long way, right? It's not a danger of like a midfield turnover here.
And we may even be looking at something like a hard count here.
All right, so they got 2 receivers to the right, no fullback. They're going to go deep, handoff. It's going to be a cutback there by Watts. He breaks the tackle and he rumbles all the way down to the 10-yard line. What a run there by Trey Watts.
Yeah, so that's the first time they've come out without the fullback there, and they immediately go to the stretch zone play there, and he does a good job of allowing his blockers to set up, and they're kind of going tempo now.
Yeah, so they're going to get right back into it. They found something they like here. They're going to snap. Handoff goes to Watts again. He's looking for room. He cuts. Big hit there, but he gets it all the way down to the 4-yard line.
Back in the day, we'd call that banjo.
That's right.
Just get up on the ball and run the same play again as quickly as you can.
They got Watts on the 4-yard line here. That tackle there, I believe, was by number 8, Rain Wallace. All right, now we're back to the fullback, so we're on the 4-yard line here. We're 1st and 4. Oh, and they got him to jump. Go ahead and run that play, see what you can get. So it looks like we're going to get a penalty here. We'll see what the call is.
Yeah, they're going to get a few free yards here and make the situation a little bit more manageable for them, put a little bit more pressure on that Daingerfield defense.
So they're going to take the penalty there. So it's going to be 2nd and goal here from the 2-yard line. Again, Hess under center here. Going to hand it off up the middle. And the touchdown. That was Lucas Vasquez there. Great run by him.
And right on cue, you know, we're talking about the Gladewater ball control. We're talking about not making mistakes and forcing the defense to be sound and make sure that they have their gap integrity. And you look up, and 5.5 minutes have gone off the board, and it's 6-0 Gladewater.
That's right. All right, they're going to do the swinging gate. They're going to go for the conversion here, and they get it. So the 2-point conversion is good. So that's going to bring your score to 8-0 in favor of the Gladewater Bears. Again, 6:21 left here in the first quarter of play. We're going to take a short break and be back with more action here on NETSN.
Texas, it's football season. The lights, the crowds, the rivalries. Every Friday night is game day. But here at CDL Training Academy, when it comes to your future, every single day is game day. Just like on the field, success behind the wheel takes discipline, focus, and safety. We train champions of the road. And here's the winning play. We're a TPST certified school. That means you test right here, in-house. No delay of games, no flags, just results. Stop sitting on the sidelines. Your season starts now. Get trained, get tested, and get on the road with a career that pays like a championship win. Call CDL Training Academy today at 903-646-4342 or visit cdllearn.com. We play to win. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or find us online today. CDL Training Academy, go for the win.
All right, welcome back. We have just a little over 6 minutes left here in the first quarter of play. Your score is 8-0.
Yeah, and if you're Gladewater, that's just the drive that you wanted to draw up to start the game. You got everybody involved a little bit. Obviously, the fullback was a huge factor on that drive. Trey Watts broke off a few nice runs. Achilles Hess mixed in a few yards here and there. So yeah.
Yeah, the chat saying same old dive play back to back. Gary, listen, if it ain't stopped, you don't stop running it. You know, and again, we got shout out to the tuba guy in the band. Samuel Clemens says, love you. And then, so thank you again. My name is Jeremy Diamond. I'm joined by Cody Winstead. We are NETSN. We're part of the crew. There'll be some different guys throughout the year that announce, but we're a group of guys that love football, love kids, and we get to do this for a living. Somehow we convinced somebody that it was worth it, and so we love doing it. All right, little pooch kick here. Doesn't fair catch. Almost gets himself in trouble, but he hangs on. So they're going to start at their own 36-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the Daingerfield 36. And again, we're going to get our first look at this Gladewater defense. All right, so Daingerfield in the gun. He's got 2 backs set here. Yeah. Ooh. Big hit there by Destin Sheridan on number 8, Rain Wallace.
Destin Sheridan coming up there with some bad intentions, and that was just a textbook play. That's the way you want to. That's the way you want to see your defense react to that opening. Because I'm going to tell you, the Daingerfield running back had some room there initially.
He did. All right, looks to pass. He's going to throw a little swing out there. Makes the completion, breaks the tackle. He's on the run, he's on the move, and he gets knocked down on the opposing side's 40-yard line. What a catch and run there. I believe that was Micah Broughton.
Quick little swing pass there from McEwen. He puts it right on him in stride and allows the running back to pick up some nice yards down the left sideline.
So all the way down to the 43-yard line they go, and it's a 1st and 10. So quickly on this side, he hands it off to Broughton. Broughton's got some room. He breaks the tackle. He breaks down the sideline, and he gets knocked out of bounds. Big run there.
I'm going to tell you right now, Broughton has some juice. I've seen Daingerfield play a few times, and every time I watch them play, he definitely kind of pops off the page. He's good for 1 or 2 explosive plays every game.
Well, and he's had 2 already. So if you're a Gladewater fan, you hope that's the only 2, right? But again, a good job there by Broughton of finding room and making one man miss and keeping on the run. So 1st and 10 from inside the red zone here. So the Bears defense has got to settle in. They had a good first stop on play 1, and then the last couple plays have been gashed them a little bit. He's going to hand off again to Broughton. Broughton gets hit, and he's going to be taken down at, looks like, the 13-yard line.
2-yard gain there is going to bring up 2nd and 8. Or actually, that's a first down. Going to bring up a 1st and 10.
Yeah, it should be 2nd and 8. I don't know how that was a 1st and 10. That the down stick shouldn't have moved there. It should be 2nd and 8. All right, he looks to pass. He's going to run. Gets hit. Good team tackle there. Mentor on the tackle. Gets all the way down to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, because the play previous to that was the long run by Broughton.
Yeah.
Okay,
so this should be 3rd down, but they got they don't have the sticks in the right place.
They moved the sticks
too far
and the down box at the same
and nobody
time.
caught it. All right, so ball. It should be 3rd and 4, but it really is 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 5 here, or 3rd and 6 almost. But if you're a Gladewater fan, you're okay with that, I guess. It's early in the season. Ball snap, handoff, cuts up the field. It's Rain Wallace. Oh, he lost it. Ball's on the dirt. Who's got it? Oh, man, a great recovery there. So Rain Wallace with the run.
Yeah, we talked about that in the pregame. Ball security is going to be so important in this game, especially for Daingerfield. They've got a good drive going here, and the last thing they want to do is come away with no points. Obviously, from the Gladewater standpoint, you're looking to keep them out of the end zone here on 4th down.
They've got them at 4th and 1, and by what should be the right. Oh, now they got them to jump, so it doesn't matter. But that should have been a 1st down from the 5-yard line. So with the chains moving there, they got a little hiccup there. Again, 3:39 here left in the first quarter. Offsides on the Gladewater defense. So that's going to put the ball at about the 2.5-yard line. Again, 3:39 here left in the first quarter. Gladewater with an early 8-0 lead over the Daingerfield Tigers. Daingerfield threatening. Quarterback J.T. McEwen keying the game in here. He's at the shotgun position. Takes the snap. Hands off on the inside of Broughton. Broughton's met by a host of Bears. I think they call it a sleuth, Coach. It's called a sleuth of Bears.
Yeah, the last thing that you want to run into is a sleuth of Bears. I can guarantee you that.
Listen, if I run into one bear, I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't know about a sleuth of Bears, but yeah.
It's game over.
Just lay down and play dead and hope for the best. Now, Gary, I get it. You thought they'd switch up that offense, but if it ain't broke, you don't fix it. All right, so Daingerfield here in the gun. They got 4 wide. He takes the snap. He's looking. Throws inside. Oh, what a great play there by Destin Sheridan. He was looking for his wide receiver, Craver, there. So McEwen with the incomplete pass.
Good coverage there by Gladewater. They had 2 defensive backs in the area.
Yeah, Destin did a great job there on the read. Again, he had help on that because he had the inside position there, and so he was able to cut in front. So they're going to go back to a single back in the backfield with Broughton here. It is 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. Snap, the run. He cuts inside. Oh, man, it is close, but he is stopped on the 1-yard line.
Yeah, they stopped him just short of the goal line. It's going to bring up a 4th and goal situation after having a 1st and goal situation from about the 2.5-yard line. So this is a huge play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, great job there by Damarian Johnson, the defensive tackle there. He made the hit that held him up and kept him from getting in the end zone. So 4th down and 1, again, just under 2 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. If you hear us hesitate a little bit, this stadium, we got our press boxes, we're looking right in the sun, literally. Rush on there. Rain Wallace got it. He goes inside, cuts back, and scores.
Well, that's just an outstanding performance there by the Daingerfield quarterback. He was obviously had a man in his face 5 yards in the backfield and then had to avoid 2 more Bears on his way into the end zone.
Yeah, he did. And, again, it was one of those things where they had him dead to rights, and he made the first man miss, and then it was too late after that. So they're going to go for 2 as well. Again, sometimes that forces a team to do something they don't want to do. All right, so they go for 2. The snap gets away. McEwen's racing for his life, trying to do something, make something out of nothing, and no good. Oh, no, the ball's picked up. It came loose. We're going the other way. And it's going to be returned. That is number 1. That is Landon King. So the big hit there.
Well, there's a couple of things here. Obviously, Daingerfield converting on, Gladewater converting on the 2-point conversion on their initial possession put Daingerfield in a situation where they had to make a decision. Are we going to kick the extra point and go down 1, or are we going to try for the 2-point conversion? Obviously, it didn't work out for them, and I'm going to tell you, every time I see this Gladewater team, Landon King jumps off the page, it seems like he makes a big play in every game.
Yeah, and again, a huge play there, right? That's a big momentum. Really, we have an 8-8 ball game we're looking at, right? At worst, 8-7, and all of a sudden the ball is on the ground and it's going the other way, and now it's 10-6. All right, so 10-6 Gladewater again. Just 2:25 left here in the first quarter. We're going to take a short break and be back with more action here on NETSN.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums.
We're going all the way.
Your favorite athletes. Your teams.
Ford breaks the tackle. Oh, my God.
Your passion. All in one place. New games. Live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Quick up into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Oh, he ran over the defender.
Welcome to NETSN Game On.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Again, 2:25 here left in the first quarter. Again, that was kind of a crazy sequence there. You had Gladewater on the defensive end trying to stop a 2-point conversion. We saw the quarterback in a herd of trouble there. He got hit. Ball pops free, and Landon King takes it the other way for 2. So your score is 10-6 in favor of the Gladewater Bears. And now, unfortunately, if you're Daingerfield, not only did you give up a 2-point conversion, you got to give the ball back, right? So it's almost like insult to injury there.
Yeah, we were looking at an 8-7 situation, an 8-8 situation, or at worst an 8-6 situation. But Landon King had other things planned.
Yeah, and again, I mean, you're right. Good size on the defensive line. This offensive line for Gladewater is massive, right? They've got a lot of size, and so size is not a problem for the Gladewater Bears at all. All right, so again, the kicker Gonzalez, he kicks. Picked up there by Sheridan. Sheridan's going to return it again. It worked well last time. Why not try it again? And he's going to get up all the way to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, so we got some possession number 2 coming up for the Gladewater Bears. Good field position starting at their own 38-yard line.
Looks like 37, so we'll have to. Sometimes these guys, you get a guy on one side and a guy on the other, and they're in a different spot. I should learn by now to wait until they put the ball on the ground to make that statement. So the ball's on the 37-yard line. All right, here comes that vaunted Bear offense. So Daingerfield here has got to get a big stop. All right, so no deep back on this one, just the up man. Hands it off to Vasquez. Vasquez gets up to, looks like the 39-yard line, so he gets a carry of 2.
Yeah, they came out with no deep back in the formation. And also, I believe it's the first time that they've come out with 3 wides.
Yeah. So a little bit of a shakeup. And, again, I think the goal for them this year, the hope for them, right, is to go with what works but also mix things up, right? You don't want to be too predictable. And so kind of a good change there to do that. Again, they got a fullback up here. They got 2 wide and a tight end. Okay, they're going to hand off up to the up man, Vasquez. Kind of a little bit of an iffy handoff there, but it actually worked in their favor. I think the hesitation on the handoff actually worked in the favor of the Bears there. They're going to take it all the way up to the 43-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and 4. Again, just about a minute 20 left here in the first quarter. Again, we're so glad you tuned in. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're only able to do this because of great sponsors, and so we want to thank CDL Training Academy, Azalea Orthopedics, and Tara Harris State Farm. They're primary sponsors for our broadcast. Oh, man, what a play in the backfield there. That was number 54. That would be our man Cam Crane. I think we've said his name a few times already. There is a flag, so we're going to wait and see what the flag says.
Yeah, we got to see what the flag is, but that was another outstanding.
It looks like it might have been the – well, no, hold on. Oh, there is a flag. Okay. So there's a face mask. So we got a face mask on the defense.
Crane did a good job of putting himself in there in a position to make a play. Unfortunately, he just got a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah, so that's going to give Gladewater a 1st and 10 in opponent territory at the 42. Good handoff again to Vasquez. He's going to get down to the 39-yard line. Again, that fullback dive has been killer.
They're gonna run it until the Daingerfield defense stops it, and then they're gonna test the perimeter. It's just a matter of time.
So Easy E Ruthless he thought the face mask call was weak. Man, I don't know if you ever get your face mask pulled, it doesn't feel very weak. It feels pretty rough, but. You know, one of those frustrating ones where you have a good stop in the backfield and unfortunate end. Watts is going to bounce to the outside. He cuts back to the inside, breaks a tackle, breaks another, and takes it all the way down to the 16. No, they're going to give him the 15. Okay, so all the way down to the 15-yard line. So big run there by Watts.
And I can't tell, Jeremy, it looks like there's a flag down on the far sideline over there.
Oh, it does, doesn't there? Okay, so let's see what happens. This may be coming back. It looks like it is, so. Got some guys taking a walk backwards, so we're going to see what the call is. We have a hold on the Gladewater Bears.
But regardless, what you saw there was you saw Trey Watts having some effectiveness on the outside Unfortunately for him and the Gladewater Bears, a hold's going to bring that back a little bit.
So the hold is going to bring us back. That's going to do it for the first quarter of play. So after the first quarter of play, your score is 10-6 in favor of the Gladewater Bears. We're going to take a quick break and be back with more action here on NETSN.
Friday night in East Texas, don't miss a second. With Northeast Texas Sports Network, watch live games, follow your teams, and get instant alerts when the score changes or your team goes live. At the game, post score updates for fans. Join forums, make your pick'em picks, and track playoff brackets all in one place. The best part? It's completely free. NETSN, Northeast Texas Sports Network. Download today on the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
All right, welcome back. Jeremy Diamond, Cody Winstead. We're here for NETSN. Again, we're at Jack V. Murphy Stadium here in Gladewater, Texas, home of the Gladewater Bears. Coach, I found out that I believe this is season 100 for Gladewater.
Is that right?
And again, that goes all the way back to Weldon High School and some of the history there. And so there's going to be a game this season where the Gladewater Bears honor that tradition by wearing the school colors of Weldon. And so it's a great – just a lot of history. Like you talked about, Daingerfield's got a lot of great football history. Gladewater's got great football history, right? This is a premier matchup and a week one matchup that you don't see very often.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to be here. It's a beautiful night out here. We got two really good football teams getting after it, and just excited for the football season to get started.
So second quarter action here. Achilles Hess under center. Going to hand off. No, he's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to keep it, and he's going to be on the move, and Achilles is going to get down all the way to the 19-yard line. Coach, he fooled me.
He sneaks up on you because they hit you with a dive. They hit you with a dive. They'll hit you with a triple option, but then when he pulls it, and he does a good job of planting his foot and make a decision quickly and getting north and south in a hurry.
Yeah, and again, I was looking one way. You know, like he said, it did the same to the defense. It lulls them to sleep. You're so worried about, and especially if you're a D lineman, you're worried about that fullback just coming in on your shins, right? And all of a sudden the quarterback pulls it and runs, and that's about the time you're not paying attention.
And you got to respect that fullback, because if you don't, he's going to 4 and 5 yard you all the way down the field.
100%. All right, so it looks like we're going to have a timeout here. Timeout is going to go to the Daingerfield Tigers, so we're going to take one with them. We're going to be right back with more action here on NETSN.
Most personal finance apps just track and plan your budget. But what if your account could actually control the money? Meet Crew, the only high-yield checking account that tracks, controls, and automates your household finances with absolutely no subscription fees. Simply set your budget and automate your decisions. Crew automatically routes your funds so you stick to your plan effortlessly. It's built for your whole household. Spouses get shared pocket visibility, while kids get customized debit cards with robust parental controls. With over thousands of reviews, Crew boasts a 99% customer satisfaction rating. Best of all, you earn an incredible 2.95% standard interest. Even better, use affiliate code NETSN to boost your rate to 3.45% for 3 months. Visit trycrew.com/NETSN to open your free account in under 5 minutes.
All right, welcome back. Again, second quarter action, just 11:35. I mean, we're barely into the second quarter, but it counts. And Gladewater is threatening again. They're going to hand off again to that dive to Vasquez, and he's going to pick up. Looks like they're going to give him, I think they're going to give him a couple there. Yeah, they're going to give him 2. So they're going to take that one all the way down to the 17-yard line there. And Gladewater is going to go kind of in a hurry up here. They're going to get stacked quick in that same tight formation. Nobody's jumping. Snap it. They're going to hand it to Vasquez one more time. And this time Daingerfield wasn't having it. They were tired of getting gashed on that one. So that ball is going to stay at the 17-yard line, so no gain there. Great tackle there by number 50 for Daingerfield. That was Javen White. Great play by him. He got tired of it. He said, I've seen this one too many times.
And it brings up a 3rd and long situation. Gladewater hasn't seen a lot of these situations up to this point in the game, so it's going to be interesting here.
Yeah, we haven't seen him attempt to throw yet, right? They're going to do the dive again. They're going to hand it off to Vasquez, and he doesn't get very far. He's going to get to the 15, looks like the 14-yard line. They're going to give him a forward progress there to the 14. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 5. So it's going to be interesting to see here what Gladewater does with this. They have been known to go for it. Wouldn't be shocking. A shift Vasquez to the left. Hess looks to pass. He's looking for somebody. He's throwing it to the corner of the end zone. Oh, there's a lot of contact there, but no call. No, go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, there was a lot of contact there, and there was obviously 2 defenders in the area, but I thought that Hess did a good job of putting the ball in a place that kind of gave his receiver an opportunity to make a play. But like you said, I think the contact kind of knocked him off his route a little bit.
It almost looked like Sheridan thought he was the decoy. You know what I mean? Like when he came out of that, like it looked like he thought for sure somebody else was getting the ball. He was dragging 2 guys with him, and I think when he saw the double coverage, he's like, there's no way he's throwing my way, right? And so he kind of slowed down just a hair, and Hess was expecting him to break hard for that corner, and so I think just a little bit of a mix-up there, and so that's going to be a turnover on downs, and the ball goes over to the Daingerfield Tigers. So they're going to get another possession here. Again, they had some big gouging runs, big pass play in that first possession. Let's see what they can do here with the next one. Again, 9:46 left here in the second quarter. Ball deep in their own territory. Handoff goes to Broughton again. Broughton with a little bit of room. Minter's trying to hold on to that waist. He manages to do so and only give up about 2 yards on the carry. Good job there by Broughton fighting for something. It looked like he had nothing.
He's tough to bring down. He absolutely is. Good job there by Mentor making sure that he wasn't able to break that tackle and spring it for some extra yardage.
And again, Omarian's a big, strong guy, so for Broughton to be able to carry him like that is pretty impressive. All right, gun. Broughton's going to come back to the backfield here. They did have empty backfield. He's looking to pass. He's going to throw. Lefty throws out there to the flat to number 7, Jacarian Craver.
They were trying a little wide receiver screen underneath, and he actually had some good blocking set up in front of him, but the Gladewater pursuit was just outstanding on that play.
Yeah, it was a great job there, and again, we're sitting here 3rd and about 5. So a big possession here. Throw there is complete over the middle. Big hit from Landon King there, but the catch is made, and it looks like that's number 5. That would be Isaiah Wilbarger.
And I'll tell you, I am really impressed with the accuracy that we saw there from McEwen. I mean, he put it right on the numbers.
Yeah, and again, you and I are both lefties, but, there's not many lefties around, but you got a lefty quarterback here with McEwen, and, sometimes those guys don't get to play quarterback because it's coaches don't always know what to do with lefties, but glad there's letting McEwen take the reins here. He throws out here to the flat, and he skips one in there. He had a man open there. That was intended for Craver again, but an incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Obviously, I bragged on his accuracy a little bit the play before there, and that one came up just a little bit short.
Yeah, we'll take the jinx there. Yeah, so somebody asked, why are they letting the Gladewater coaches walk on the field to call plays? It's one of those interesting things where you can get away with it as long as you don't run into an official. Sometimes you can do that. You have to be really careful, though, because it usually backfires at some point. All right, so in the gun, 2-back set here. They're going to go with the wide handoff there to Rain Wallace. He cuts it up the middle, and he's still going. Oh, and great tackle there to save a touchdown, but he does get a run all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and Mentor got really good penetration into the backfield. He was 5 yards deep back there in the backfield, and there may have been a little bit of a hold in that situation that allowed the Daingerfield runner to get outside. But nonetheless, it was a good game for them.
Yeah, and it looked like I think that was Cannon Jackson with a shoestring tackle there that kept Rain Wallace from still rumbling down the field. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers here on their own 45, knocking on the door of opponent's territory here. Snap. Going to pull it. McEwen takes this left side. He's got a little room. And we have a flag coming down. I think you're going to get that hold that you talked about just a second ago, Coach. I think they caught that time. I think they caught Rain Wallace with it.
Yeah, I think that one's going to come back. Unfortunate for Daingerfield. But again, I keep going back to McEwen. A nice run by him. Regardless, he just kind of seems to glide down the field.
Yeah, so you got holding there on the offense. So that's going to take him back. That should bring him back all the way to the 35, I believe. So now you've got a 1st and 20. I don't know about you, but there's not a lot of playbooks that have a 1st and 20 in there, right? And again, you don't want to get it all back at once. You want to get chunks here, but you had some momentum. You're moving the ball, and those penalties kill you.
They absolutely do.
You'd almost rather take a 1-yard gain than take a penalty and lose 10, right? Like you'll take a small gain and don't hold versus the hold that brings you back. All right, so snap goes. This is Rain Wallace. He's going to go with the QB draw there. We have another flag. So we'll see what this flag is, but a great stop there by the Bear defense. We'll see if it was because they got away with a penalty. So I think we might have had an illegal shift is what I'm seeing signal, but we'll see what the call is. No, another hold. Oh, man. Okay, so they declined the penalty.
Yeah, it looks like that might have been on number 72, Gabe McClellan. He's an outstanding right tackle, but he just got a little bit too much of the jersey there.
So we got 2nd and 22. Again, 6:56 left here in the first quarter of play. Or, excuse me, second quarter, first half. There we go. That's the word I was looking for in the first half here. So, again, the quarterback in the shotgun got brought into his left. Drops back. He's looking to throw. He's got somebody open. Oh, and he just misses that layered throw there. His intended receiver was number 23, Luke Broughton. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 22. So early score updates. If you look across the top, as scores update during the night, you're going to see on our ticker scores change. I just did see that Alto has a 17-6 lead over Groveton. So Alto, a young team, a team that we're going to be covering this year as well on NETSN, and a team we're excited about doing. And so, again, good start for them is great. All right, so 3rd and 22. Looking screen here, some kind of chicanery, a little trick, something. Gets the snap. Looking for room. He's going to take off running, and there's just nothing doing. Great job there by the Bear defense to run him out of bounds. They're going to mark him dead at the 33, so a run for no gain there.
In that situation, the Gladewater defense is just going to make sure they keep everything in front of them and don't give these guys an opportunity to convert on 3rd and however many yards it was.
Yeah, 3rd and a mile, right? 3rd and 22. Now it's 4th and 22, and again, you're going to see the punter come out here. It looks like, is that Rain Wallace? He can do it all, Coach. Looks like they go out Wallace deep there as the punter. Again, this is not a territory or a place or a time of the game where you want to go for this and give Gladewater any momentum. Now, I will say last year we saw Amarian Minner drive a dude into a punter, and he punted it off the player's dome, and Amarian picked it up and scored a touchdown. So you never know what could happen. But a good punt there. Wow, great roll there for the Daingerfield Tigers. That's going to get the ball all the way down to the 14-yard line. So with 5:39 left here in the second quarter, the Gladewater Bears are going to take over and start a drive here and hope to score before halftime. So I would not be shocked if they take up every single second of this, right? They're going to not want to give the ball back here. So expect more of that fullback dive.
Yeah, you're reading my mind. In a perfect world, Gladewater's going to dial up a 5-minute and 39-second touchdown drive here.
Yeah, and I think that's ideal. If you can get 3-4 yards of play, right, 4 yards in a cloud of dust, maybe a pull here and get a little bit of extra. But I think that's going to be the key for them, is just trying to chew up some yardage here.
And we're sitting here with 5 minutes and 39 seconds left in the first half, and Daingerfield's had 2 possessions. Is that accurate?
Yeah, and this is just Gladewater's, third? Yeah, so, I mean, it's one of those crazy things, right? And there's going to be some games that you're going to see online where at this point it's 35-28 in the second quarter, right? And teams are on their 7th possession already. And so just kind of the strategy for Gladewater is to take the air out of the ball. And, again, it's something that works well for them, right? And you have to force their hand.
Yeah, and this was something that I kind of anticipated just based on the style of these two teams. Here we are with 5:39 left in the half. We've got a 10-6 game. It's a well-played game. It's a competitive game. And, I mean, you wouldn't expect anything less than from these two teams.
Exactly, and we're 5:39 away from halftime, and again, we want to say thank you to our sponsors. We want to say thank you to CDL Training Academy out of Kilgore, Azalea Orthopedics, and then Tara Harris, State Farm agent. She's actually in Kilgore but lives in the Gladewater area, and I know she's helped me out tremendously. Got some insurance stuff taken care of for us, and I know she'd love nothing more than do the same for you. And again, we get to exist because of great sponsors and companies that come on board with us to support us, including Crew that you saw an ad for as well. And so if you're interested in becoming a sponsor of the Gladewater Bear football, just reach out to us at sales@netsn.live and let us know. All right, big run here from Watts. Watts wants to stay in bounds here if possible, but he does step out of bounds, but not before a big gain.
Huge run by Watts there. He was able to get to the outside and pick up some nice yardage.
So all the way out to, it looks like, the 33-yard line there. So from their own 14 all the way out to the 33, a big run there from Watts. And again, that's been effective. That run inside and bounce outside has been effective overall tonight, and something that Gladewater's going to have to look at halftime to contain that outside edge. All right, under center. It's going to pull, cuts back, and great job there by the Tiger defense. They're going to give him to the 36-yard line. That tackle was by, that was 64. It was Danny Frazier. So good job there on the tackle, forcing Hess back to the inside. Again, he gets 3 yards, but it could have been much more.
Yeah, just a little bit of hesitation there. Daingerfield did a good job of slow playing the pitch in that situation and made Hess hesitate a little bit.
All right, so second down here. Hand off to the deep back Watts. Watts has got a blocker in front of him, and he's got room, and he just keeps rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling all the way up to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, this Gladewater offensive line is not holding back right now, and here they're going in a hurry.
I don't think they could see Watts behind number 71. He was a road grader out there. He was just clearing path. All right, so they're going to go quick here again. 4:36 left here in the first half. Watts with a handoff again. He looks for room. He bounces. This time a little bit better on the contain, but he still picks up about 5 yards, I think is what they gave him here. So another good run by Watts.
It's like you said, Jeremy, he gets in there behind that offensive line. It's hard to locate him. And then all of a sudden he bounces it out to the outside and picks up 5 yards.
Yeah, and again, a good play there. A better play that time of contain, but he still has enough forward momentum to pick up some yardage. Tell you what, it's getting nice out here now. That sun is out of our way. It's much easier to see what's happening on the field here than
Beautiful
it was
night.
earlier.
Yep.
All right, so that up back again, that fullback, he's going to get the dive carry, and he's going to pick up enough yardage, just enough to get that first down. So great run there by Vasquez all the way to the 41, and we've got a first down, Gladewater.
Yeah, the headline judge was signaling first down immediately, so we're going to go right back to a 1st and 10 situation. Yeah. They got the ball on the 41, 3.5 minutes left to go in the half, and so we'll see how this drive plays out.
And I don't know if you can hear it, but that clock is just going tick, 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 tick. Right, we're under 3.5 minutes left here. Hess under center, fullback right behind him. He's going to hand it off again. Vasquez has a lot of room this time. He breaks the tackle. He's on the run. Can he beat the man? He does it, gives him a little shoulder shake, and he gets all the way down to the 5-yard line. No one is going to accuse Lucas Vasquez of being a speedster, but he was elusive on that run.
Hey, he was fast enough to get to where he needed to
That's
go.
right. I think he was shocked when he busted open there. He kind of almost was like, wait a second, this is not supposed to be that easy.
It is just such a difficult scheme to defend, this Gladewater offense. You've really got to be disciplined on defense, and just, that play right there is evident of that.
Yeah, and again, you've been hit with Watts and Hess, right? And so then you saw a couple guys jump outside on that, and then that inside crease was there. Whatever you take away, it seems like they have the answer so far with the change. All right, handoff to the up man. That's number 21. That is Marshawn Stevenson, and he's in for the score. What a run there by Stevenson, and you got a touchdown for the Gladewater Bears.
That's just how you drew it up. The only thing is they left a few minutes left on the clock.
They did.
So obviously they're happy to get the score regardless.
Yeah, so 2:50 left here in the second quarter. They're going to go with that up play again until they get stopped. Why not? And they get it. So 2-point conversion is good. And again, that was Balcorta on the play.
And just like that, we're looking at an 18-6 game.
Yeah, I mean, it just changes so fast, doesn't it? I mean, you look like you got a little momentum if you're Daingerfield, and then all of a sudden penalty, and then all of a sudden you give the ball back, and now you're looking at a 12-point deficit.
And it's been a competitive game all the way up until this point, so you got to wonder what is going to be the Daingerfield mentality coming out on this next drive. Are they going to be aggressive and try to put some points on the board here with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock? Or obviously the last thing you want to do in this situation is hand the ball back over to Gladewater if you're Daingerfield now that they have all the momentum.
Yeah, so Candace Berry says, let's go Watts, number 22. Again, a big drive by him, big runs by Lucas Vasquez. And, again, it's been a team effort. Vasquez, Stevenson, Watts, Hess, right? All four of your guys that can run the ball have run the ball effectively. And so it's one of those things where it has been a thing of beauty if you were a Gladewater Bear fan. All right, so Gladewater ready to kick it off here. It's going to be Caleb Boudreau, number 10. Again, last time he kicked a little pooch kick here. So we'll see if he does the same this time. And he does. He pooches it to the far side. It's going to land about the 31-yard line, and fair caught.
Yeah, fair caught there by A.J. Morton. I think he had a little bit more room than he realized before the Gladewater defenders got to him, but nonetheless, we got a fair catch.
Yeah, and that's the time you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to give up a possession there, so discretion there is probably the better chance there. Take that catch and not run the risk of somebody coming in hot that you didn't see. And so we're going to take a short break. We're going to be back with more action here on NETSN.
East Texas high school sports bring communities together. NETSN brings the action to every screen. Partner with NETSN and put your business out in front of viewers across Texas and around the country. Your sponsorship supports local high school athletes and helps families watch from wherever life takes them. And when the game ends, the broadcast stays on YouTube, keeping your brand in view for every replay. We have over 10,000 subscribers to our YouTube.
We're back again. Daingerfield ball here on the 31-yard line, almost 32. Handoff goes to Micah Broughton. Broughton goes wide. He's got a lot of that. They strung him out well there. So he's going to get the ball on, it looks like about the 33-yard line there. So, again, it looked like he had a little room, but Minner did a really good job stepping in that hole there and preventing any kind of deep yardage there.
It looked like for a second he was going to have a little bit of a crease, but the Bear defense just kept coming and stringing it out and doing a great job of making sure that he couldn't turn the corner there.
Yeah, the linebackers did a great job with the flow and the fill there, and then the corner setting the edge, and so it was a great team defense there. All right, looks like we have timeout here. So we got a timeout Oh, that's the 2-minute timeout. Sorry about that. I was looking at the wrong thing. So we have the 2-minute timeout. So we're going to take the timeout with them. We'll be right back with more action here on NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums,
He's going all the way.
your favorite athletes, your team.
All right, we're back. Again, 2-minute timeout there. So 2nd down and 9 yards to go here for the Daingerfield Tiger offense. Shotgun formation, takes the snap, rolls to his left, throws to a wide-open Rain Wallace. Rain Wallace on the move. He breaks a tackle. He's still going. He breaks another tackle. He's still on the run. What a play there by Rain Wallace. And he's going to get all the way into opponent's territory to the 37-yard line.
And I believe he was able to get out of bounds there, which is going to save his team a timeout.
So we will confirm it is the 37-yard line. So he's on the Gladewater 37. And, again, I think you're right. It stopped the clock. No, they got the clock running. So 1:42 left here in the first half. Clock is ticking, but Daingerfield is in the zone here where they can make some noise here and hopefully get some points before halftime. Throw out the little bubble screen there. He breaks the tackle through, comes through, breaks another. He's still on the run. What a run there by number 7, Jakarian Craver. Great pass there from McEwen. So McEwen to Craver. They're going to get down all the way to the 19-yard line with that one. So great pitch and run there, a little bubble screen. Great blocking by his 2 teammates over there on the wide side and takes it all the way down inside the red zone. Again, clock ticking, just under 1:20 left here in the first half. Shotgun, empty backfield. Takes the snap, looks to his left, rolls to his left, throws deep toward the end zone, but he throws it out of bounds. If that guy back there out of play was in, it would have been a great play, but unfortunately he's, I think he's one of the students back there recording, and so he caught a pass, but it doesn't count. So the ball's out of bounds deep, and so it's going to be 2nd down, but it does stop the clock.
Yeah, McEwen airmails one there, and it's probably a good thing he did because there was 2 Gladewater. It's good for him because there were 2 Gladewater Bears there in the area waiting to make a play.
Yeah, I don't know that would have been a completion. That probably would have been more trouble than it was worth there. All right, so 2nd down here. Shotgun, single back. He's going to hand off to Broughton. And there is nothing doing. What a defensive stand there by the Gladewater Bears. They're going to be tackled, it looks like, at the, I think they're going to mark that at the 20. It is the 20-yard line, so a loss of 1 there. Great team effort there by the Bears to make the tackle.
Absolutely nowhere for Broughton to go on that one.
All right, so Twins in the backfield, right? 2 running back set here, split wide. They're going to fake the handoff to both. He steps up in the pocket, throws it over the head of the intended receiver there, A.J. Morton.
Yeah, and it looked to me like that he had Craver open in the back far side corner of the end zone there, but he just didn't see him there. Fortunate for Gladewater.
Yeah, one of those things where, yeah, I agree, and I think even still, I think he still had Morton open. He just he thought Morton was going to be about 5 yards further downfield than he was. So big 4th down here. 28 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter. Got a 4th and 11 here. So got to pick up the 1st down. He's going to take off on the run. And he gets all the way down to the 9-yard. Oh, they're going to say he's just shy, it looks like. They're going to mark him down at the 10-yard line, so they're going to say turnover on downs. So Gladewater is going to take over with 22 seconds left on the clock, 21.9 to be exact.
Yeah, they're going to be more than happy to take this into the locker room with a 12-point lead heading into the second half.
Yeah, this is the make a good snap, take a knee, let's go into the house with a 12-point lead. Don't do anything here that could cost us points. All right, so here they come out of the sideline huddle. Okay, the snap up the middle. They're going to hand off to Vasquez. And he gets slung around. Looks like they're going to get him there at the 9-yard line. So it looks like just a loss of maybe half a yard there. So 2nd 11, I think that's going to be enough to do it, and it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached halftime of Game 1 of the 2026 football season, and your Gladewater Bears have an 18-6 lead over the Daingerfield Tigers. We're going to take a couple of breaks here, pay some bills, and we're going to be back with the halftime show here on NETSN.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums.
It's going all the way.
Your favorite athletes. Your teams.
Ford breaks a tackle. Oh my gosh.
Your passion. All in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Picked up into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the defender.
Welcome to NETSN Game On.
The 2026 Gold and Platinum sponsors of the week are Realtor Katie Ellis and City National Bank. Ladies and gentlemen, the show continues with a performance by the GHS Majorette and Flatline. The GHS band is led on the field by drum major, junior Emily Dickinson. The band will continue the halftime entertainment with a traditional military-style marching drill to precision fanfare, written by Dr. Tim Ray, who is a native East Texan and director of the Biden, Texas Aggie Band. This talented group of ladies is made up of senior Summer Hernandez, sophomore Nia Borders, freshman Elizabeth Morrison, and freshman Riley Farley. Tonight, the Majorette and Flatline will gather you with our team set to the hit song, Feel This Moment. The GHS band is led on the field by drum major, junior Emily Dickinson. The band will continue the halftime entertainment with a traditional military-style marching drill to precision fanfare, written by Dr. Tim Ray, who is a native East Texan and director of the Biden, Texas Aggie Band. The band will also perform to Mighty Might March by Bisay.
Oh, hey, is that the ball? You can keep it until Like the news. Anaya Grace Lee. Do you want this? I'll think about it. Do you want blue coconut with cream? Oh yeah, what? You already know.
GHS Band Marchers of the Week are June Mack and Colin Rogers. The dedicated directors of the Gladewater Band are Jeff Smith, Dan Siegfried, and Josh Lily Grace. With James
Can I have a bite?
as the major act, Black Saucer.
Wait, but don't get on my lips. I don't want them to be blue.
GHS Principal, Derek Floyd, and DISD faculty,
Let's go.
and leadership.
Goodness.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. That's the end of our halftime show. Again, we're going to carry every halftime all season long. You get to watch the band and the drill team and the different groups come out and perform, and that's just part of what we do. And again, we're thankful for the opportunity to do that because, again, Friday Night Lights is not Friday Night Lights without everybody. It takes more than just the players and the coaches, right? You've got to have the band. You've got to have the cheerleaders, right? You got to have that drill team. Like, that's what makes these communities special is that everybody is in on a Friday night.
Yeah, it's absolutely a community event, and it means so much to the people that are involved, and there's a lot that goes into it for sure.
All right, so it looks like we should have, right? First half, we had Gladewater on the receiving end, right? And so then here in the second half, it should be Daingerfield doing the same. So that's going to be Caleb Boudreau set to kick off. And again, he so far he's 2 for 2 on pooches, so wouldn't be surprised if the same thing happens here. So he's going to get a last-second check there from Coach. And again, maybe they saw something on film, right? You never know, right? Sometimes you see something on film that you want to pick up on and maybe use to your advantage. So we'll see what Boudreau does. But my guess is it's going to land somewhere on the 30-yard line. Looks like they're making a switch. They're going to bring up Jakarian Craver to that spot, right? It has been A.J. Morton. But they're going to sneak Craver up there and try to discourage probably that pooch to that area. So here's the kick. He's still going to pooch it over there. Craver is going to make the catch. He's coming to his right. He's got a little room. That room closes quickly. He's still on his feet, but, man, here comes a herd. Here comes a sleuth of bears. Great job there by the Bears, led by Caleb Boudreaux on the tackle there. So he gets taken down at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, a little game of chess there to start the second half. You see the last-second adjustment by Daingerfield. They moved Craver to the up back position. That's exactly where Daingerfield kicked the football, and they did a good job of getting down there and covering an electric football player.
Yeah. So it looks like the ball is going to be spotted at the 36-yard line there. And so now it's going to be Daingerfield ball here. Again, this is just their third possession of the game. Kind of a crazy deal, and one of those things where, again, Gladewater taking the air out of the ball has kept this a low-scoring game in their favor so far. So shotgun formation. Run up the middle there by Broughton. Broughton's dragging guys with him, and he's going to pick up, looks like about 7 yards on the play there. So he's tackled at the 43-yard line.
Some tough running there from Broughton again.
So again, in the gun, single back. You got twins to the left and twins to the right. So kind of a spread formation here, pretty balanced. Takes the snap, drops back. He's under pressure. He's got a body on him. He's trying to get away. He kind of does. Oh, my goodness, he does break free. What an incredible play there by J.T. McEwen to even get anything there. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Coach, I thought he was dead to rights.
Yeah, Gladewater brings a blitz there, and they were able to get to him in the backfield, and I thought for sure it was going to end up in a sack, and next thing I know, he's able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That almost looked like friendly fire. I think the second Bear knocked the first Bear off the tackle, right? Instead of helping finish it, he kind of knocked his own man off the tackle there. All right, so, again, third down here. About 3 to go. They're going to go with the option look. He pitches. Broughton gets the pitch. He's working to the sideline, and he's going to be close to the first down. Let's see where the spot is. They're going to spot him at the 46, it looks like.
I mean, it's going to bring up like a fourth down and a foot maybe.
Yeah,
maybe less.
Yeah, I mean it's fourth and half a yard, I think is the easy answer there. So fourth down and less than one, and again a good job there by McEwen of getting that pitch, because as soon as he pitched it, he got blasted. All right, so big down for both teams here. Gladewater with a chance to get the ball back in their own territory, and Daingerfield with a chance to put a little drive together here and put some points on the board. Comes the blitz off the edge. The ball goes the opposite direction, and it looks like the running back has he's still moving. Oh, they called it dead. Okay. So they blew it dead there, but it is enough for the first down. So the carry goes out to the 47-yard line there.
Anthony Sanchez comes flying off that right side for the Gladewater defense, and Daingerfield was just fortunate enough to have the right play dialed up in that situation.
Well, and it's not a bad blitz because you got a left-handed quarterback, right? And so you dial up that blitz on his front side to maybe push him the other way, and it worked out in the favor there of. All right, we got something here. Dead ball. Looks like we have a personal foul of unsportsmanlike conduct against the Daingerfield Tigers. So there is a first down, but then we have a penalty. So an unsportsmanlike conduct. So that's going to take the ball all the way back to the 32. Man, they're going to go to 33, excuse me.
It's been a pretty well-played game up to this point, especially considering it's week one.
But, man, the two penalties of, the two holding calls back-to-back in the last drive and this one, man, they just hurt, right? You get a first down. And, again, it's still a first down, but instead of being almost in plus territory, you're backed up all the way.
Almost to where you started from.
Oh, good move there. Oh, he spins. He had a little room there, and it was cut off quickly. So, Rain Wallace there with the run. And he's going to just pick up a yard.
This Daingerfield offense has some explosive playmakers on their side, and Gladewater's doing a great job of staying disciplined and staying in position and making sure that they're not able to break off a big one, kind of similar to what they did on the first drive.
Rolls out to his right. Wallace throws. He has a man open, and he picks him up for a first down. What a throw there by Rain Wallace. It's been a lefty all night throwing in. They switch it up with a righty there, and he completes the pass downfield. I believe that was that our guy Craver again, I think, on the catch. So the ball placed on the 48-yard line of Gladewater. And it's a first down for the Tigers. Oh, ball's dropped on the snap, and he hits the deck. So Wallace unable to handle the snap there. He gets sacked, and he's going to be down on the opposite.
And obviously Wallace has experience as a quarterback. It's just an interesting situation to I guess the coaches wanted to kind of switch it up in the second half a little bit.
Yeah. So now Wallace is out wide and McEwen's back in. So maybe one of those things where McEwen needed maybe a uniform adjustment or something, but he's back in at the key. He throws out to his right. Good pass there is caught. Again, that's Craver. Craver breaks the first tackle, and then a group of Bears there to finish him off. But not before he gets to the opposing 42. So he crosses midfield again.
Yeah, Craver's he's a good football player and does a good job and puts his team in a position to where they're in a third and short situation.
They're going to mark it at, like I said, at the 42. I said that, and then they kind of moved on me a little bit.
You got to watch I'm watching the sticks on the far side. They're trying to move with the down marker.
Yeah,
again.
they're excited over there. Again, it's week 1, right? So sometimes you forget those things. All right, so third down and about 3 here. Snap has gotten handoff to Broughton. Broughton cuts up the middle. He gets some yardage. He's gaining more. He can't come down. They're pushing the pile. And he's finally brought down around the 30, looks like the 32-yard line there. So good run there by Micah.
Some more tough running on his part, but again, I mean that's kind of what we've come accustomed to every time he touches the ball.
My near side official's messing with me. He was on the 33. I have to hesitate every time because it might be different. So again, 8 minutes left here in the third quarter. Daingerfield on the run here, on the move. Takes a snap, drops back to pass. He's going to throw a little. Oh, he threw a little route there to Broughton, and he just couldn't quite come up with it. So just out of reach there, incomplete pass. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. And again, there was room. He had 2 blockers in front of him and all kinds of space.
Yeah, and number 9, Marquise Rutherford was applying all kinds of pressure on McEwen in that situation. So I'm sure that had something to do with the accuracy.
All right, so he's getting the signal from the side over there. Again, trips right, single receiver to the left. Got a back off to his right, takes the snap, looks to his right. He's going to throw deep. He's got good coverage there and a great defensive play there. That was number 1. I think that was Landon King, or that might have been Cannon Jackson. They were both in the area.
Yeah.
So great pass break up there.
Cannon Jackson doing an excellent job there and just matched up with a really good football player there in Craver and was in position to make the stop there.
That's been a fun matchup. It looks like we might have some yellow on the field here. Let's hear what the call is. So it's against. So it's an unsportsmanlike conduct. So that's going to take him back to the 47-yard line. And, man, all the way back. So, which it should be, I think it's going to be third down now. Should be third, and I believe it's about 25.
Well, I'll tell you, it's hard enough to overcome one 15-yard penalty in a drive, much less two 15-yard penalties.
Yeah, and again, it's just been that thing that shot him in the foot. All right, so waiting on the play call here. Trying to get lined up. It looks like we have an empty backfield, trips to the left here. 7:45 remaining here in the third quarter, and a big third down here for the Daingerfield Tigers. Drops back to pass. Throws one over the middle to Rain Wallace. Rain collects. He's pushed out of bounds at about the 30. I think they're going to give him the 40. No, they're going to give him the 39. So pass complete from McEwen to Rain Wallace.
And once again, you have number 9, Rutherford, applying pressure on McEwen in the backfield. That time he does a good job standing in there and putting the ball on the money.
So 4th and 17 here. Waiting for the play call. Yeah, unsportsmanlike twice on one drive is really, really hard to recover from. And again, the first one was after the play, so it still kept it 1st and 10, but it took 15 yards away. That one was during the play. Oh, man, and he had Craver, and he threw it behind him. So the incomplete pass from McEwen to Craver, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. So with 7:35 left here in the third quarter of play, your score remains 18-6 in favor of the Gladewater Bears. We're going to take a quick break and be back after this with more here on NETSN.
Okay, your price is like State Farm, but is your coverage?
How we do things might leave you shocked. Our claims aren't done right. Our process is rough. It's tough.
Can I get help from an agent?
No luck.
Do it online?
No luck.
An app?
No luck.
Take my phone. It's easy, I swear. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
All right, so the Bears take over. Handoff up the middle. Trey Watts. Big stop there by number 72. That's Gabe McClellan. So, again, Bears take over here, and first play is a run. And one of the few times tonight they were stopped with no gain. So, great job there by McClellan on the tackle there.
Trey Watts getting up a little bit slow on that play. You wonder if it's a cramp. If you're a Gladewater Bear, you're kind of hoping it's a cramp and not an ankle or knee sprain.
Yeah, I think the fact that I think you're encouraged if he's hopping it off, right? That makes you feel a little bit better there. So that's going to bring in Marshawn Stevenson in the backfield. So again, 2nd and 10 here. Bears have a chance to put some more points on the board and stretch that lead even further here. And this is a huge defensive series for this Daingerfield Tiger team. Handoff up the middle to Vasquez. No, Hess pulls it. He's going to cut back to the inside. He's still moving. He's still on his feet. And the tackle is made by a group of Tigers. And it looks like Hess is going to be down. It looks like at the 47, I think is what they've got it marked at. So good run there by Achilles Hess.
Going to bring up a 3rd down and short situation. Good job by Hess there, picking up a few yards, putting his team in a position to have a 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, and I thought he might have been in trouble because it looked like he had room to the outside, and he cut that back to the inside. But his lineman picked him up and pushed him a little bit and was able to pick up 8. So they've got a short 3rd and 2 here. All right, Hess under center. He hands to the deep back. The deep back breaks through. That's Stevenson. Great run there by Stevenson. He's going to take it all the way down to the opponent's 46-yard line. So he crosses midfield, and he picks up 7. Oh, no, they got him to the 44. I was wrong there. So they picked him up all the way to the 44. So he picks up 9 on the play. Only needed 2. Great run there by Stevenson. And, again, kind of that thing they had last year. It seems like they might have a little bit of a two-headed running back. Again, Watts is going to be the feature back, but when Stevenson's the next guy in, that's not a bad day. All right, handoff up the middle. So Vasquez again on the carry there up the middle on the run. He's going to pick up all the way to the 40-yard line, so he's going to pick up 4.
Kind of an interesting decision on that last possession by the Daingerfield coaching staff to go for it there, obviously on the 39-yard line. They weren't able to convert and gave Gladewater some good field position, and a few plays later, here they are on the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you look back at, right? Like in the moment you're trying to make something happen, maybe wish for something good, but it kind of backfired. Hand off again up the middle to Vasquez, He's going to pick up, it looks like, all the way to maybe the 41 here. It looks like where they're going to spot it. The near side's 41. Okay, now far side's 41 as well. So Vasquez with another run up the middle.
Yeah, it looks like
40. I said that again. 36. I'm reading backwards here. My fault. So the 36-yard line. Let's do that again. So 3rd and 2.
It looks like he got down to about the 35-yard line to me. They spot him on the 36, but it's still going to bring up a 3rd and short situation.
Yeah, so repeat of last time again, 3rd and 2 here. And you've got options. So you've got the deep back in Stevenson. You've got the up back in Vasquez, and you have the quarterback in Hess. They're going to go to we got a flag down. So let's see what we got. We got a false start. Man, that's a tough one. You had everything you wanted. You got a false start there. So that's going to take you from a 3rd and 2 to a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, and this may be 2-down territory for Gladewater, so they may be looking at it, hey, we got 2 plays to pick up 7 here.
For sure. Yeah, one of those things that, they've been able to pick up 4 yards a play, so why not keep it up here? Again, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Let us know where you're cheering from, who you're cheering for. I wonder who the farthest fan away is. So far we got some Daingerfield and some Gladewater in the chat, but let us know where you're watching from. All right, so the up back. Fakes the handoff, rolls out. He's looking to pass. Hess has got a man open. Oh, it's late. Oh, and he still made the catch. Oh, it went right through Craver's hands. I thought Craver had it, but instead Connor Thompson comes up with an incredible catch.
That was pretty impressive.
That was insanity.
Yeah, the Daingerfield defensive back did a great job of making a play on the ball there and just couldn't quite come up with it. And the ball found its way into the Bears receiver.
Yeah, I thought he knocked it down, but yeah, I thought for sure the DB knocked it down or picked it, and all of a sudden the tight end rolls over and he's got it in his hands. Hand off to the up back. Vasquez gets bumped to the side there, but not before he picks up a couple more yards. So they're going to get it all the way down to the 25-yard line. Again, Vasquez has been a dangerous runner tonight. Obviously the one big play, but he's got 84 yards on the ground. Watts has got 62. Hess has 41, and Stevens got 15. Oh, pitch there. Ball's on the dirt. And it's recovered. Whoa, that happened quick.
Yeah, the pressure got to Hess quick. It kind of forced him to make a pitch a little bit sooner than he wanted to. It wasn't as accurate as he would have liked for it to have been. And in the result, we obviously have a loss of 6 or 7 yards here.
Right. So a big backwards play there to the 29. So 4-yard loss there. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 12.
And again, are we in a situation where Gladewater's looking at it as if we have 2 plays to pick up this 12 yards?
All right, so we're going to have a timeout, Gladewater. We're going to take it with them. So we're going to take a quick timeout. We're going to be back with more action here on NETSN.
Texas, it's football season. The lights, the crowds, the rivalries. Every Friday night is game day. But here at CDL Training Academy, when it comes to your future, every single day is game day. Just like on the field, success behind the wheel takes discipline, focus, and safety. We train champions of the road. And here's the winning play. We're a TPST certified school. That means you test right here, in-house. No delay of games, no flags, just results. Stop sitting on the sidelines. Your season starts now. Get trained, get tested, and get on the road with a career that pays like a championship win. Call CDL Training Academy today at 903-646-4342 or visit cdllearn.com. We play to win. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or find us online today. CDL Training Academy, go for the win.
All right, welcome back. So a big third down here, 3rd and 12 from the 29-yard line for the Gladewater Bears. Oh, man, built by Barnes is all the way from Cheyenne, Wyoming. That is the winner so far for farthest away. All right, the snap, deep handoff to Watts. Watts back in there, but he has nothing doing there. Great tackle there by number 12. That was Landon Smith. So a loss there of 2. And so it's going to be 4th down and 14 from the 31-yard line. So we're going to see what Gladewater comes up with here. They've got Hess over on the sideline. Snap goes to Hess. He's looking to pass. He's going to throw deep down this right-hand side for Sheridan. What a catch by Destin Sheridan. Can you believe it? 4th and a long way to go, and Destin says, let me bail you out, Achilles. I've got you.
Hey, and that was just a playmaker being a playmaker because there wasn't
100%.
a whole lot of separation there.
And they're going to spot the ball on the 5-yard line, so a huge pickup of 26 yards there. And the Gladewater Bears have 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
And if you're Daingerfield, that just has to be deflating at that point.
Oh, brutal. I mean, you're right where you want to be. Man, Gary, appreciate it. We enjoy what we do. Coach Winstead and I spent 15 years on the sidelines together coaching, and so kind of a fun thing to get to add him to the crew this year. Thankful to have him, and again, just thankful for this opportunity to cover this Bears team. And 1st and goal, handoff up the middle to Vasquez, and guess what? Mr. Vasquez is in the end zone once again. So he scores, touchdown, Gladewater Bears.
It almost looked like they went on a little bit of a quick count, kind of mixing up the cadence a little bit. I don't think the Daingerfield defense was quite set and quite prepared for it.
I almost wasn't prepared, if we're being honest. I was a little bit confused, too. So, again, 1:56 left here in the 3rd quarter. We've got a timeout for the Daingerfield Tigers. So we're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back with more action here on NETSN.
Your price is like State Farm, but is your coverage?
How we do things might leave you shocked. Our claims aren't done right. Our process is rough. It's tough.
Can I get help from an agent?
No luck.
Do it online?
No luck.
An app?
No luck.
Take my phone. It's easy, I swear. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
All right, welcome back. So 6 points there for the Gladewater Bears. Puts the score currently at 24-6. We're going to get an extra point, Coach. I think this is going to be a shocker here. First time they've lined up in that traditional set. But, again, I think Daingerfield calling the timeout probably makes this an easier decision here. So the kicker is Corbin Sergio. He kicks. It's up and good. So now, with 1:56 left here in the 3rd quarter of play, your score, Gladewater 25, Daingerfield 6. We're going to take another break, and we're going to be back with more action here on NETSN.
Powerhouse Apparel is the official sponsor of Beast from the East and the official apparel provider of NETSN. Shop tees, hoodies, hats, performance wear, and more at store.netsn.live. Get 10% off automatically during the opening sale, but hurry! Then enter the weekly Beast from the East Pick'em. The season champion wins 4 Mavs tickets, courtesy of Powerhouse Apparel. Thanks to Powerhouse Apparel and Rick Hooten for supporting NETSN.
All right, we're back. So 25-6, Gladewater has the lead here. Caleb Boudreaux again, ready to kick off. Boudreaux kicks. He's going to kick a pop-up. He's going to go deeper this time. He gets all the way down to the 15. It's touched and bobbled. Picked up by number 6. That is C.T. Elkins. And he's going to pick it up, and he's going to return it to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, a little bit of cat and mouse game by the special teams units. You have Craver over there trying to predict where the pooch kick is going to go to try to put himself in a position to be the return man. And obviously Gladewater kicked away from him in that situation.
All right, so again, your score 25-6 in favor of the Gladewater Bears, and Daingerfield's going to get another shot at here with 1:49 left here in the third quarter of play. Again, thank you so much for tuning in.
And you got to think this is a critical point in the game for Daingerfield. They need to get something going here if they want to be able to compete.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you can't. Okay, so the back shifts over to the left here of the quarterback. He sends him back to the right. He's going to throw a little quick swing out to him. He's got a blocker in front. He picks up some yardage. Man, that Micah, he's a tough guy to bring down early. So he's going to pick up some good yardage there. We're going to see where the spot is. Looks like he's going to get out to the 20. I believe it's going to be the 28-yard line. It is. So good pass there from McEwen to Broughton.
Yeah, quick little swing pass out of the backfield. They were able to pick up positive yardage and then got in a second and short situation.
So 2nd down and 2. Handoff up the middle to Broughton. Broughton breaks free, gets into the secondary, and he's brought down, but not before he gets out to the 37-yard line. So good run there by Broughton. So a pickup of 9 on the run there, and it's 1st and 10 again for the Daingerfield Tigers. Pass out there, open is Craver. Pass complete to him. Going to mark it down. They're going to say it's a 1st down, so the ball goes all the way out to the 47-yard line. So McEwen to Craver again has been a connection that's happened a lot tonight. Picks up 10 and just enough for a 1st down. So 1st down, Daingerfield. And again, it's important they pick up points here. They got to get something on the board here in this drive, or it's going to be a long rest of the night. Oh, great tackle there. That was Destin Sheridan on the tackle. So Broughton breaks out in a run, but he's only able to pick up 2.
So Sheridan coming up there on the run support, and obviously we know Broughton is not an easy guy to get to the ground. Great job by the defender there.
So McEwen's got a little over 100 passing yards on the night after that last throw earlier to Craver. He's looking to throw again, and he sails that one over his receiver. Probably a wise move there to be incomplete because he was blanketed by the Bears. So we've got a 3rd down and 8.
Balcourt doing a good job on defense there. There was just absolutely no window there for the quarterback to fit the ball in.
All right, that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter of play. So, again, after 3 quarters of play, your score is Gladewater 25, Daingerfield 6. We're going to take a break and be back for more here on NETSN.
Friday night in East Texas, don't miss a second. With Northeast Texas Sports Network, watch live games, follow your teams, and get instant alerts when the score changes or your team goes live. At the game, post score updates for fans. Join forums, make your pick'em picks, and track playoff brackets all in one place. The best part? It's completely free. NETSN, Northeast Texas Sports Network. Download today on the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
Most personal finance apps just track and plan your budget. But what if your account could actually control the money? Meet Crew, the only high-yield checking account that tracks, controls, and automates your household finances with absolutely no subscription fees. Simply set your budget and automate your decisions. Crew automatically routes your funds so you stick to your plan effortlessly. It's built for your whole household. Spouses get shared pocket visibility, while kids get customized debit cards with robust parental controls. With over thousands of reviews, Crew boasts a 99% customer satisfaction rating. Best of all, you earn an incredible 2.95% standard interest. Even better, use affiliate code NETSN to boost your rate to 3.45% for 3 months. Visit trycrew.com/NETSN to open your free account in under 5 minutes.
All right, welcome back. Again, Jeremy Diamond, Cody Winstead. We're with NetSN, and we're proud to be the home sponsor broadcast of these Gladewater Bears all season long. So we're going to have every game all season here on NetSN, including playoffs. We'll be broadcasting those as well through the NFHS network as part of the agreement with the UIL. But again, we're going to cover every Gladewater game this season. We're excited to do so. Oh, what a huge hit there. That was Marquise Rutherford. McEwen is asking if anybody got the number on that freight train that just clocked him.
He's been in the backfield all night long. He hasn't been able to quite get to McEwen up to this point, but obviously we saw him take advantage of the situation there.
Yeah, and he knocks him all the way back to the 46-yard line, plus might knock him back a couple of weeks at a time. He may not remember where he's at after that shot, but again, a big play there. It is now 4th and 10. Maybe 4th and 10 and a quarter, but 4th and 10 here, a big play here just into the fourth quarter, 11:30 left here in the fourth quarter. And this is one of those plays of the game if you're Daingerfield. You've got to get a first down here to have a shot. So Linda Bolin says, love to my grandson, Kobe Bellinger. All right, he's going to roll to throw. He's got a man deep. It's his guy, Craver. Ball is out of play and out of position. It was a great effort there by Craver. Unfortunately, isn't able to come up with it. And because of that, the Gladewater Bears are going to take over in their own territory with 11:14 left on the clock.
So you've got a crucial situation. You've got a fourth and 10 situation. Your starting quarterback has to leave the field for one play. Wallace comes on and tries to connect with Craver down the sideline and just overthrows him just a little bit.
And it wasn't a bad ball. It was just good coverage, right? And just a hair out of bounds where, again, it wasn't going to get picked off, but just not close enough to be a completion. And so Gladewater takes over in their own territory. And I'm gonna call one of the patented Gladewater drives here. It's going to be run it down your mouth, right? Can you stop us? And we're going to take as much much time off the clock as we can here is my prediction. Again, Vasquez, the fullback up front. Got a deep back. He's going to hand off up the middle to Vasquez. Vasquez breaks through. He's still going. He's still on his feet. He's still moving. They're dragging tacklers left and right. And Lucas Vasquez gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. We got a late flag, or 31, excuse me. I think there's a flag there with some chicanery at the end of the play. Couldn't tell if it was a bear or a tiger, but I think Vasquez took exception to the fact that the guy wasn't going to let him go and kind of pushed him down when he was getting up. And so I don't know if they got the first guy or the second. We're about to find out.
Well, they'll get this sorted out, but Jeremy, we talked about this in the pregame. The fullback position for Gladewater is not just a blocking back. They're a huge part of this offense, and obviously we've seen that tonight.
All right, so 100 yards rushing now for Vasquez. Obviously, dead ball, post play, unsportsmanlike conduct. It's going to go against the Tigers. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct is also going to go against the Bears. Probably the right call there. Both guys going a little bit too far. So they're going to be offsetting penalties. But again, those unsportsmanlike count, right? You get that second one, and you get to go hit the showers. I was at the Tyler High game last night, and unfortunately, a couple players got sent to the showers early. They had a little trouble controlling some emotions there. But again, you know, you gotta keep your cool. But it's tough, right? When somebody's on you, and you know, it's those things you gotta have that you're up, you're winning. Don't take the penalty, right? All right, Hess under center again. He's going to hand to the up man, Vasquez. He breaks another tackle, and he gets all the way down to the 21-yard line. So another big run there by Vasquez.
So they come out with that twins to the far field with no tailback in the formation, but it doesn't matter. Vasquez is able to take advantage of the running lanes that big offensive line is creating, and continues to have success. Second and short situation.
Yeah, so a 2nd and 1 here. And again, if things hold the way they've held, 2nd and 1 is not a big deal. They got just a deep back in here. So the fullback gets a break after breaking the 100-yard mark. They're going to hand it to Watts, and Watts has no trouble picking up one. He's going to still go. He's on his feet, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gladewater Bears. What a run, Coach, by Trey Watts.
That was an outstanding run, but in addition to that offensive line is really leaning on this Daingerfield defense at this point. They're gassed a little bit, and I mean it's a tough situation to be in.
Yeah, so you got the extra point try here. Again, that's going to be the number. That's the number 12. That's Corbin Sergio for the extra point attempt here. All right, so the extra point is good. So that's going to bring your score to 32-6 here in favor of the Gladewater Bears. Again, a great drive there by Gladewater. They chewed up a little under a minute of clock, probably faster than they wanted to. But again, who's going to argue when you put points on the board? Let's take a short break here. We're going to be back for more action on NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, again, NETSN, week one of the season, Coach, and it's been a great one here. We're at Jack V. Murphy Stadium here in Gladewater, Texas, home of the Gladewater Bears, and they have a 32-6 lead over the Daingerfield Tigers. Mr. Mason Boudreaux, or Caleb Boudreaux, excuse me, is ready to kick off here. He's going to pooch kick again deep. It's going to be picked up about the 16-yard line. Return. Gets out to about the 21 there. So that return was by number 6, C.T. Elkins.
And you mentioned it, obviously it's week one of the high school football season, but these Gladewater Bears are looking to be in midseason form right off the bat.
Yeah, and a great job there of that Gladewater defense of getting there. So the ball is going to be spotted at the 21-yard line here, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for Daingerfield. And again, I think the key here for Daingerfield is you just want to get some points on the board, right? You want to walk out of here with something in your favor. It has been a tough night so far for them. And so you want something to work your way, right? You want the ability to have something go in your favor here. And so points on the board would go a long way to do that, right? Give you a little something positive to put in your pocket for week 2. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're definitely looking for something positive here. They've got to look for something to build off of. One game obviously doesn't make the season, but you do want a little something to happen here offensively for you.
All right, so quarterback in the backfield with shotgun. He hands off inside to Broughton. What a defensive play there. Mr. Rutherford has come to play.
He is an absolute issue for that Daingerfield offensive line right now. He's got his ears pinned back, and he's having a meeting in the backfield every play, it seems like.
Yeah, he's hunting and coming up lucky each time. So loss of 1 on the play there. Ball spotted at the 20. So 2nd and 11. Again, 9:28 left here in the fourth quarter. And really, early on, it was a back and forth match, and then Gladewater's just really kind of imposed their will. That offensive line has done a good job of doing that. We got a little reverse here to Craver. Craver's got a little room. He hits the crease, and he hits the Jets, and he's on the run. Can he be stopped? Oh, what a defensive play there by number 20. That was Isaiah Johnson, the DB there, makes the stop, but not before Mr. Craver gets all the way into plus territory.
Huge play there by the Daingerfield Tigers. Obviously, at this point, you're just looking to get the ball in your playmaker's hands any way you can, and they do that, and he takes advantage of that situation.
Uh-oh. I think we might have some laundry. Oh, no, Coach. This one is coming back. So, unfortunately, there was a holding penalty on the play.
Yeah, that's got to be a bit of a backbreaker after breaking off a huge run. You haven't had a whole lot of those types of plays since the opening Daingerfield drive.
That's going to take you all the way back to the 11-yard line. Man, you had a breakout run there, right? You're again, it's been those little things. They've gotten momentum, and then it feels like it goes the opposite direction, right?
Yeah, and when those penalties have come, they've been in crucial situations.
Yes. So again, now it's 2nd and 20 here. Drops back to pass. He's scrambling, looking for room. He's got all kinds of pressure. He flips the ball to Craver. Craver makes the catch, but he's got nowhere to go. And here comes a sleuth of Bears on the stop. So they're going to pick up some plus yardage, but they're only going to get to the 17-yard line on the play. So McEwen to Craver.
Marquise Rutherford again applying pressure in the backfield.
Of course it was. Right? Who else? And again, I think they've really been focused on slowing down Amari and Minter. And again, one of those two guys is going to be open if you double team one of them. And so Rutherford all over the place, like you said, and fortunate there for McEwen to be able to dump that off where he did. All right, so 3rd and 14 here. Drops back to pass, looking for somebody. He's going deep down the side to Craver. Oh, what a play there by the DB. That was number 13. That was Eric Little. So a great play there by Little. Breaks up the pass, and now we have a 4th down. And Craver had a step. The problem was the pass came to the middle of the field, and it needed to be out by the numbers. All right, so it looks like the offense is coming off the field for Daingerfield, and it looks like they're going to get into a punt formation here. Again, probably the wise move, right? You don't want to turn it over inside your own 20. And again, that last punt they had went a mile. So Rain can send it. Here's the snap. Oh, he faked. Oh, no, he's going to punt. He quick kicks. Oh, it's going to be caught. What a catch and return. I was like, don't catch that. Let it go. But it was almost like it was passed right to him. So they punt.
And one thing I don't think we've stressed enough tonight is how important special teams is to any football game, let alone the first football game of the season. You've had a couple of scrimmages up to this point, but really, to be honest with you, the special teams hasn't been as involved in those scrimmages, and so we've seen it ever since the initial Gladewater touchdown run where they lined up in the swinging gate and went for 2. They were able to convert, put a little bit of pressure on Daingerfield to do the same thing after they scored their initial touchdown. We saw the result in that was Landon King running about 85 yards the other way for two more points for Gladewater. So special teams has had a huge impact on this game.
All right, so the Bears take over in plus territory at their own 21 here. 8:01 left in the fourth quarter. Handoff goes up the middle. This time it was number 8. That was Xavier Gregory. So a good run there by Gregory. They're going to tackle him there at the 18-yard line, so he's going to pick up 3 yards on the run.
And maybe a good situation for Daingerfield. I mean, for Gladewater here with 7 minutes left to go in the ball game and a 26-point lead. Maybe a good opportunity for them to get a rest for a few of those guys. We've got Trey Watts on the sideline. Obviously, we've got Vasquez on the sideline, and so let's get a little bit of rest for those guys, and let's get some experience for some of these other guys.
For sure.
It's a long season, and you never know when your number's going to be called.
All right, so third down from the 15-yard line. It's going to be Hess on the keep. He's going to get down to they're going to give him the 11. I thought he got the ball to the 10, but they didn't give it to him, so. I think they're going to mark it. We're going to double check, but yeah, it looks like they're walking to the 11-yard line, so. Should be 1st and 10 from the 11, so they can still get a first down without scoring here. So that's a good thing if you're Gladewater, because, again, that allows you to chew more clock. Just over 6 minutes left here.
Yeah, and they're going to be in absolutely no hurry to snap the ball here.
Yeah, and again, you got the play clock winding down. It's at 9 seconds here. So they're going to line up. Snap comes at about 2 seconds left on the play clock. It goes again to Gregory. Looks like maybe a gain of 1. Looks like they're going to spot it on the 10-yard line. And again, the important thing is that clock stays running.
Big number 72 for Daingerfield, a little bit slow getting up after that play. Gabe McClellan, he plays a lot of both ways on the offensive and defensive line, so maybe a little bit winded.
Right. Hess keeps, cuts up the middle, and scores. Great little juke move there by Achilles Hess, and he puts it in for the Gladewater Bear touchdown.
Got another flag on the play. It looks like it came in after the touchdown. There was a little bit of extracurricular activity going on in the backfield back there.
And you see some coaches walking out trying to get some calm heads here, right? So we'll see what the call is. So we're waiting to see what the white hat says. So he says, touchdown is good. After the play, we have an unsportsmanlike conduct on Daingerfield. All right, so again, Corbin Sergio for the extra point attempt. Snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. So your score, Gladewater 39, Daingerfield 6. We have 5:16 left here in the fourth quarter. We're going to take a break and be back with more action here on NETSN.
Texas, it's football season. The lights, the crowds, the rivalries. Every Friday night is game day. But here at CDL Training Academy, when it comes to your future, every single day is game day. Just like on the field, success behind the wheel takes discipline, focus, and safety. We train champions of the road. And here's the winning play. We're a TPST certified school. That means you test right here, in-house. No delay of games, no flags, just results. Stop sitting on the sidelines. Your season starts now. Get trained, get tested, and get on the road with a career that pays like a championship win. Call CDL Training Academy today at 903-646-4342 or visit cdllearn.com. We play to win. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or find us online today. CDL Training Academy, go for the win.
All right, welcome back. Jeremy Diamond, Cody Winstead for NETSN. Again, week 1 here at Jack V. Murphy Stadium here in Gladewater, Texas. They're kicking off on the plus side of the field due to the penalty after the touchdown. The kickoff goes all the way to the 2-yard line. Tries an attempt at a return. He gets it all the way up to the 10-yard line. That's our guy again, C.T. Elkins. So C.T. Elkins with the short return there.
So tempers are starting to flare up a little bit, and obviously, if you're the Gladewater and the Daingerfield coaching staff, you don't want to see anything that's gonna hurt your team down the line, let alone tonight.
Yeah, and again, it's that thing, especially if you're Gladewater, you don't want it to cost you the opportunity of somebody playing next week, right? Or you don't want to tarnish a great night. And again, Daingerfield's got to be frustrated. There's got to be some frustration setting in when you don't play the way that you expect to, right? And so I think it's those things. And again, it's cooler heads that prevail. And again, you don't want somebody coming out that way. And Gary's right. He said penalties played a big part in this game, and you're 100% right. And so it's a big deal. Penalties kill drives, and especially big penalties. And then they had a couple of back-to-back penalties, and it cost the Tigers a lot of field position. This game could be completely different if you wipe those errors away. All right, so 1st and 10, Daingerfield. Shotgun snap here. Looks on the handoff. He's going to hand it off to Broughton. Broughton's got a little room. He cuts back to the inside, and he picks it up all the way out to the 21-yard line, it looks like. So that's going to be a first down run there for Micah Broughton.
Nice little crease up the middle. He takes advantage of it and is able to move the chains.
Yeah, and Broughton up to 75 rushing yards on the evening. And then on the offensive side, Craver with 6 catches for 68 yards is leading the way there. All right, the snap. He looks to his left. He's going to throw a fade. Looking for Rain Wallace, who come. Oh, man, it was a great jump ball there between Sheridan and Wallace. Wallace had it, Sheridan had it, and in the end it lands on the ground incomplete. So incomplete pass sets us back to 2nd and 10 from the 21-yard line. And again, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you for being with us as we've worked out those kinks, and hopefully week 2 will be even better. But, man, it's hard to beat what this Gladewater team has done to Daingerfield tonight, man. It's been just an all-around, well-played game by this Bear offense and defense.
Very impressive performance.
All right, the snap and the handoff to Broughton. Looks for room. He's met by a host of Bears. He's still fighting, but he's down. So it looks like ball's going to be spotted at the 25-yard line. So another run there by Broughton picks up positive yards.
And if you think about it, that initial drive for Daingerfield, they were able to take the ball down and get the ball into the end zone, and they were able to do it pretty quickly, but Gladewater's kind of put the clamps on them ever since then.
Yeah, and again, when you kill 3 drives with big penalties, that never helps, right? And so I think if you're the Daingerfield coaching staff, that's your motto. We got to clean up the mistakes. We have a chance in this game if we don't make those mistakes. So 3rd down and 6 here, big play. He throws over to the left or to the right to Craver. Craver breaks 1, breaks 2. He's dragging Bears with him, and he gets all the way up to the. Oh no! All right, what? No, they're saying he's down. Okay. The ball did come out, but I think it was after he was on the ground. So they tackle him at the 40-yard line. So a great little pitch and catch there from McEwen to Craver. So picks up 15 on the play, and it's a first down for Daingerfield. So Martravian Alexander says our JV team is just as good. So big win for the JV. The other night, I think that was last night, so that means the future is bright. Another quick pass, a little tunnel screen here. Wallace in a lot of trouble, and he goes down. So it's going to be a loss of 3 on the play.
Gladewater defense all over it right there.
Yeah, they've seen that a few times and said not this time. So tackle is it looks like the 37-yard line, so a loss of 3. It's going to be 2nd and 13, and it looks like I think we're okay, are we? I got to bring him off the field. Looks like somebody went down and then got up, but not in time before the official spotted it. So we're going to get a couple substitutes checking in here for the Bear defense.
Yeah, it looks to be Jaden Wright seems to be working out a little bit of a cramp there. Hopefully nothing serious, nothing major.
All right, so 2nd and 13 here. Again, 2:48 left here in the fourth quarter of play. Game well in hand for Gladewater, but again, you want to finish well if you're both teams. Rolls to his left, makes a quick pitch there to Broughton. Broughton's got some room, breaks one tackle, and then is brought down by Cannon Jackson there on that left side. So the ball goes all the way up to the 45-yard line there.
McEwen does a good job of forcing the read man to play him, and that gives his running back a little bit of room over there on the far side.
Yeah, and he's not been afraid to take a hit because he's taken some tonight on those plays like that. But again, a great job there of getting the ball to Broughton, and Broughton picking up some yardage there to cut it down to a 3rd and 5 here. So they get to midfield. They've got a first down. Again, in the shotgun look, got an H-back, twins left, single receiver to the right. And it looks like we have a play clock reset. Oh, we have the 2-minute timeout. I'm telling you. All right, so the 2-minute timeout is here. We're going to take the 2-minute timeout with him. We'll be back after this here on NETSN.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums,
We're going all the way.
your favorite athletes, your teams,
Breaks some tackle. Oh my gosh.
your passion, all in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Picked up into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the defender.
Welcome to Net.
All right, we're back. So 3rd and 5 here for the Daingerfield Tigers. Shotgun snap, handoff to Broughton. Great defensive pursuit there by number 24. That is Braden Templeton. So great tackle there by Templeton. Oh, and then we got more flags coming in. So Broughton with the 1-yard run there. And so we had some after the play shenanigans. So that call looks like it's going to be on Gladewater. So personal foul against the Bears, and it's going to be an automatic first down. And that one hurts because it was 4th down.
Yeah, it's a physical game. It's an emotional game. But at the same time, you've got to play with some composure. You don't want to do anything that's going to hurt your teammates.
All right, so 1st and 10, Daingerfield from the 40-yard line. Snap, fakes the handoff, drops back, looks to throw. He's throwing deep down that left-hand side. Oh, and he just overthrows his receiver. That pass was intended for Rain Wallace, and he just needed to wait just a half-second longer.
McEwen's got a little bit of an arm on him, doesn't he?
He does. That was a 45-plus yard. That was a 55-yard rifle just about there, and just overthrew his man. A little bit too much mustard on that one.
Yeah, it was a 55-yard pass. It needed to be about a 53-yard pass if you're Daingerfield.
And again, Rain Wallace had yards on the DBs. And again, some of the backups in for Gladewater here, but again, you don't want to give up the big play if you're a Bears fan here. All right, the snap, the handoff to Broughton. Broughton up the middle, breaks through, breaks another tackle, breaks free again. He is not going to go down, and he gets all the way to the 32-yard line. I think both officials have him marked at the 32, so good run there by Broughton.
3rd down and short here after an 8-yard run by Broughton, another run where he just refuses to go down on the initial contact.
That brings him up to 96 on the evening, so just 4 more yards, and he'll have that century mark. So, again, Twins left and right. Running back to the right of the quarterback, McEwen. Shotgun snap. Looks to pass. Throws over to his right to his man, Craver. Craver is open. He breaks free, breaks another tackle. He's still going. He's on his feet, and then the Bears bring him down at the 14-yard line. So pass complete there from McEwen to Craver. Stop me if you've heard that before.
Craven with a nice job one-on-one in the open field, being able to get by the initial defender and picking up a few extra yards after that.
So that brings Craven up to 101 yards on the day. So leading receiver. All right, again, Twins on both sides. Snap. He's looking to pass. He looks to his left. Oh, and the receiver and the quarterback had different ideas about how that play was going to go. Thankfully, if you're a Daingerfield fan, that went to a harmless landing area out there by the letter B where no one seemed to be. Looked like the receiver over there, I believe that was number 18. I think that was Chris Hill, I believe, over there. Maybe 16. I couldn't see for sure. But he went inside and the pass went outside, and it landed harmlessly on the turf. All right, 33.9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 10. McEwen looks left and right. He takes the snap. He turns to his left. He throws a quick throw over to Wallace. Wallace on the sprint, and he breaks free, clips the pylon for the touchdown. So that's exactly, if you're a Daingerfield Tiger fan, you needed something like that to happen late. So the touchdown here is good.
And, you know, it's not like Daingerfield doesn't have some playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. Obviously they do, but it's just, you know, Gladewater's done a good job of keeping them in check for the most part.
So they're going to go for a 2-point conversion here to cut the lead. Again, try to get that to that 14-point mark here. Man in motion, takes the snap. He's going to pitch it forward to Craver. Craver's looking for space. Craver gets hit. He breaks free, and the 2-point conversion is good.
And I'm going to tell you, if you're a Daingerfield coach right now, you're appreciating the effort that these guys are showing and playing hard all the way up until the last drive. Obviously, able to get some points on the board there. And if you're a member of that coaching staff, or if you're a member of the community, you're proud to see that.
Yeah, and again, that's what you want, right? You want to see the fight in your guys, even when the game hasn't gone their way. So with 26.5 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter, your score, Gladewater 39, Daingerfield 14. We're going to take a break and be right back with more action here on NETSN.
Okay, your price is like State Farm, but is your coverage?
How we do things might leave you shocked. Our claims aren't done right. Our process is rough. It's tough.
Can I get help from an agent?
No luck.
Do it online?
No luck.
An app?
No luck.
Take my phone. It's easy, I swear. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Texas, it's football season. The lights, the crowds, the rivalries. Every Friday night is game day. But here at CDL Training Academy, when it comes to your future, every single day is game day. Just like on the field, success behind the wheel takes discipline, focus, and safety. We train champions of the road. And here's the winning play. We're a TPST certified school. That means you test right here, in-house. No delay of games, no flags, just results. Stop sitting on the sidelines. Your season starts now. Get trained, get tested, and get on the road with a career that pays like a championship win. Call CDL Training Academy today at 903-64643.
All right, we're back. 26.5 left. Daingerfield looks like they're lining up to recover an onside kick if they can get it. The ball bounces, and it goes right to the Gladewater Bears. Great job there by that Bear of getting to the ground. That was, I believe that was number 15. That was Ethan Alvarez on the recovery there. So the Bears are going to take over on their own 42. And so they've got a 1st and 10. Again, just over 26 seconds left in this game. So I think we're going to see a kneel down and a handshake here. So I think you just snap it long enough to move around for about 2 seconds, and then you take a knee and let that clock run out.
And then line up on the 50, get ready to shake hands.
That's right. All right, so Achilles Hess with all kinds of protection around him and a deep man just in case. He takes the snap. He takes a knee. And that's going to do it for tonight's ball game. What a great win on week 1 for the Gladewater Bears. The clock is going to run out. The guys are lining up at the 50-yard line, and the Bears are 1-0. And again, Coach, you can't go undefeated if you don't get the first one. So the Bears do exactly what they came here to do. They came to the home field. They defended home turf against a Daingerfield team that had playoff aspirations and still does. Again, one game doesn't change the season, but a great start there for Gladewater. Coach, what are your thoughts on the game overall?
You know, make no mistake about it. Daingerfield has a good football team, but Gladewater came out here and had a dominant performance in week number 1. As the coaches, as a member of the coaching staff, you've got to be impressed with what you saw and happy with what you saw. You know the job is just getting started, but this is the way you want to start off if you're a Gladewater Bear.
100%. And again, if you're Daingerfield, I think you love the fight your guys showed all the way to the end, right? They didn't give up. They didn't quit. Again, you clean up some penalties, and this game is a different game, right? You have a much closer game here when that doesn't happen. Again, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate it. Again, NETSN will be covering the Gladewater Bears all season long, and so we will see you next week for week number 2. Again, the Gladewater Bears go up with a win, and they're 1-0 on the season. We'll see you next time. Have a great night here on NETSN.
The Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.